We are rambling while we're ambling this morning. It's a lovely, dark, and pleasantly cool morning. It's something around 59, 60 degrees out here. I've had some questions asked to me. Number one, yes, I'm a lightweight. That was 2 beers. There's a reason why I stop at 2. It's because that I get retarded off beer. So there you go. Question number 2 is, if you're so smart, what would you have done different? Well, what I would have done different is I would not have given the court, the police, Leon Valley in general, a legitimate government reason for banning photography and filming inside of their city hall. That's what I would have done, since I'm so smart. Once you let the genie out of the bottle, once you have given, it goes back to forum analysis. You're welcome. This is where you tune in, Batosai. Once you give in a non-public forum, once you give the government, the state, whoever the government actor is, a legitimate government interest in preventing filming, then all they have to do is have their particular rule, law, ordinance, whatever, rationally related to the prevention of filming. Now you're going to say, oh, well, they don't have a legitimate government interest in preventing filming. Apparently, if you believe that, you did not see Mr. Padilla go back over and over again with Black Label Cop Watch and Univision and Mark Brown, etc., etc. You didn't see the change from basically complete and open allowed filming in all of the areas that were theoretically open to the public. You didn't see the change from that to the new, kinder, more gentler approach by the police, where they just don't allow filming at all. It is a legitimate government purpose to not have disruptions in their police station. It is a legitimate government purpose to prevent people from causing distractions, disturbances, from turning their lobby into a zoo. You may not like it, that's fine. But do you think that a judge is going to look at that situation and say, you know what? I don't think it's wrong or detrimental at all to the city of Leon Valley to have a filming circus inside their police station. I don't think a judge will see it that way, so your mileage may vary. So is there, assuming that the Leon Valley protests won't work, and I am actually of the mindset right now that they won't. The city seems to be hardened against it. On brettable.com, there's a bunch of emails. Somebody FOIA'd all the emails of Chief Salvaggio. He seems like a terrible, terrible guy. I mean, I actually sat and read his emails last night. After that beer, I was not really capable of focusing on the case law for the 36.06 harassment and retaliation. So I switched to reading those because they're very light reading. And you know, just when people say he's Hitler, I just have to agree. I mean, terrible, terrible person. Terrible, terrible person. He's interested in getting rid of graffiti and stopping animal cruelty. I mean, just Where's the Hague Court on human rights when you need it? Am I right? He's basically a war criminal. I don't know. All the what I see right now going on in the community, especially with regards to Chief Joe, is that everybody's looking for reasons. It doesn't matter how related those reasons are to reality or how they would view those reasons if they were like let's say an auditor. Let's put an auditor in any of those positions. If your favorite auditor got caught with a post-it note that had his seat assignment on it, where your favorite auditor had written a few notes and attempted to walk out of an exam room, or maybe attempted to walk out of an exam room, not knowing that he wasn't allowed to take that post-it note out. And then when asked, he turned over that post-it note to the proctors. Would you feel that way about your favorite auditor, that he is somehow Hitler incarnate? I don't think you would. I know everybody thinks that, oh, you're so on board for the state. But yes, I am very much on board for the state. As far as the police go, I try to view things, and I, of course, am not perfect. Nobody is. But I try to view things somewhat unbiased, in a somewhat unbiased fashion. If you can imagine someone you like doing that and how you'd react to it, that should give you an idea of how you should react to it with someone else doing it. So no, I don't find the post-it note scenario very compelling. Not only is it uncompelling, but it is not on topic. It has nothing to do with his stance on photography or filming. In fact, I haven't seen him do anything about filming or photography. You know, oh, he's creepy. He put his arm around Bao and said he has a thing for Asians. Yeah, he's messing around. You don't like his joke because you don't like him, and that's fine. A lot of people don't like my jokes because they don't like me, and I can't hold that against people, because the whole world would basically, I'd have to be mad at the whole world for not liking my jokes. But if you put somebody you liked in that position, if you, I don't know, imagined Mr. Freeman with his arm around Bao, joking, with a smile on his face, saying he had a thing for Asians, talking about 200 for a French kiss, would you be laughing? Or would you be saying, oh my gosh, he's creepy? And again, how does that relate to the First Amendment? How does that relate to how he's treating these auditors? He was literally sitting there letting Bao film. He has allowed so much filming. And then, oh, he waited like 30 seconds before he got hostile with Padilla, when Padilla was back in the administrative wing. Okay. But how long does it take for you to figure out someone's yanking your chain? He was in a position of authority. He came out politely asking what Padilla was doing back there. And then when Padilla acted a fool, thinking that Padilla was somehow protected or above the authority of this guy, well, then he altered his approach. It doesn't take me long to figure out if someone's yanking me around. That's one fun thing about being a lawyer, is you get the other attorney on the other end of the phone and you're like, hey, you know, I want to get this stipulation done. Does your client have any issues with this? Oh, you know, counsel, we'd love to work with you, but we just don't know if have you even shown it to your client? Well, you know, we're just really, you know, we're just working hard and we haven't seen an email and you haven't gotten us this thing that we were asking for yet. it's, you're like, okay, I get it. You're not gonna do anything with this. You're just wasting time. I'll see you in court. 30 seconds. How long is it supposed to take before you can figure? I mean, I understand, like, if you're autistic or you have some sort of a social anxiety disorder or something like that, maybe you can't figure out how people are treating you, how people are responding to you, if people are trying to yank you around. I don't think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that that Mr. Salvaggio has that issue. You don't rise up through the ranks of police departments by being socially incompetent. You know, it's, as with most organization, there is going to be an old boys club aspect to it where, you know, you gotta get along to get along. So I strongly suspect that Mr. Salvaggio is not socially inept. And I strongly suspect that his supporters will be viewing the same interactions that you think are so damning, and they'll think that he's doing nothing wrong, he's being funny, you just misunderstood him, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, in watching all these videos, because I do, even if it's on 2x speed, I have been sub to Mr. Bidia for quite some time. And I have watched his interactions with Leon Valley play out. I watched the interactions between Black Label and Leon Valley. I watched the interactions between Mr. Brown and Leon Valley. And I haven't seen Leon Valley proactively go out of their way to limit filming until there was an issue. And even then, when there was an issue, I believe, I think the judge's order is a red herring. They don't need the judge's order to restrict filming that I'm aware of. I'm not aware of any statute in Texas that mandates that they allow filming in a police station. And if it's an issue, if it's a problem, then I would guess that they can limit it, even if there is some sort of a statute to the contrary, simply because they have a duty, they have a job to do as a police station, and having a bunch of idiots playing clowns in there, disrupting things, dissuading people from wanting to use the services of the police station, etc., are going to have a negative effect on the operations of that police department. That's just the long and the short of it. My God, I could talk a lot, can't I? So yeah, rolling all the way back around to the beginning. Since you're so smart, what would you do? We've come down to two things. Number one, I would not have created the situation where Leon Valley revoked the rights to film. That would be step one. Step two is I would stop making it into a legitimate government concern, a legitimate government interest. All this pressure is just pointing out that the legitimate government purpose, the legitimate government interest, is appropriate. It is preventing all these auditors from hanging out inside the police station, causing concern. And I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and be honest. I would doubt that everybody out there smells fresh as a daisy. There's lots of chain smokers out there. It's warm in Texas this time of year, and a lot of big beefy boys. So I'm sure that Mrs. Freeman was expressing a true concern when she suggested that Mr. Freeman and Bao might stink when they got out of jail. And I'm not sure that I would want that in the lobby of the police station, hanging out, talking loud, filming all of my interactions, getting rude and confrontational if I asked to not be filmed. You're gonna say, well, they don't always get it. If you don't make yourself the target, then they don't do it. Well, yeah, okay, all right. It's not like I haven't seen them do it. I mean, take a couple hours and watch a few high desert videos and tell me that he doesn't get confrontational if someone asks him to not film them. Or maybe he just posts the ones where he gets confrontational. Maybe all the other ones where he does not get confrontational, he doesn't post. Who knows? Well, I guess that's about the end of this little Amblin and Ramblin. I'm gonna try to catch a few videos. I gotta be at work at 7, so I don't have my normal coffee and watching videos time. So, yay! Go team! Thanks for watching. Have a great day.